getting into that heat range is something that most people never get to experience.
I don't know if people understand how heavy the gear is, especially when it gets a little wet, a little hot.
When they leave here, they'll have a much better understanding of how difficult this job really is.
We had the room temperature about 650 degrees at about 5 feet, and they get a feel for that heat penetrating this fire-resistant gear that we wear, right? That it is still very, very hot in those spaces.
Three things that I want the individuals that leave here to understand is that firefighting is dangerous, time critical, and labor intensive.
The invitees are local elected representatives, members of the media, and what we want to give them is a peek into our world and let them know that when they're making decisions that affect firefighters, that they have some sort of basis of reference.
We're going to vehicle education.
I knew more about the fire department than most because I've written about it for years, but until you do it yourself, I mean, with all that weight on, cut open a car or whatever, it's a lot of work, that's for sure.
The tools alone, how heavy they are and awkward they are to use, it's definitely have a new appreciation for everything that they do for us.
Another fun tool right here is the seatbelt cutter.
Just doing it for a few minutes that I was able to do that. I'll tell you that I'm tired, sweaty. As the police chief, I've seen lots of that in action before, but usually we're not involved in it like we were today. And so just watching how the tools work, how they attack the different cars, it gives you really a new appreciation for what our firefighters do for us.
When you push down on the chest and you push that blood out of the heart, what we're doing is we're pushing blood up to the brain.
I was able to participate as paramedics, and EMTs work in conjunction to do the life-saving that these guys do every day.
Good compression.
They do respond between 5 and 6 minutes from the time you make a phone call. So that's pretty comforting to know that they're only that far away at any given time.
Go ahead and give air. Yep.
If we don't show up ready to go with enough manpower and the right equipment and training, people are dying and property is being lost.
It's a lot of work to move the hose.
They are hard to pull and hard to handle.
And it's very heavy, and the farther you drag it down the line, the heavier it becomes.
Well, I have to say, first of all, I have so much respect for what these firefighters do every single day. These guys go in and they're looking for somebody. They're looking for somebody who's depending on them to get them out of this fire safely, and yet they can't see where they're going. You know, we're thinking they're running in and running back out, and no, they're having to crawl in so that they keep themselves safe. When you put that mask on, you know you're going in to save somebody's life, and that's a lot of responsibility.
And then as the firefighters pointed out, oftentimes with kids, they're hiding under end tables or in closets, and we're behind boxes, and so we didn't have to navigate stairs either up or down here.
Certainly if it was a real live event, it would just be so totally different. When you respond to a real live event, you never know what to expect. And they all have their certain trainings, they all have their certain tools, and they all have their certain equipment. They would not respond to something ill-prepared or under-resourced.
What I've seen today has been phenomenal. I have the utmost trust and respect for Spokane Valley Fire Department and District 8 Fire Department.
Everybody here is so professional. We had great instruction.
It's been a great opportunity to really help people experience this firsthand.
It was very amazing. First, the organization of this event was phenomenal. Firefighters volunteering their time to do it, which is totally overwhelming. So I wish everyone in our community could experience, because I think we often take it for granted, the work that they do.
There's a lot of preparation, there's a lot of science behind fire, and to see them do this with such zest. I mean, they love their jobs, and it shows because they're willing to teach us what they do.
I feel so much safer because I know that we have good equipment, good people that are well trained.